Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Animal Lover. So, last episode kind of encountered Adara and we didn't make such a great impression with her. So, what? I don't even know what to say to that. I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm just saying I don't knock it until you try it. Have you tried it? Nope, which is why I'm knocking it. There is no arguing with that logic. You have to use less water to make it if you want to chill it with ice cubes. Oh, Tyler does that. Except he puts ice cubes in it to make his hot ramen cold. Well, I guess that's what he's trying to do actually. I don't know. I wouldn't be too into it, but that's me. Otherwise, it'll get all watery. Good point. I didn't think of that. The finer points of making food that costs 30 cents a meal. God. Oh, nothing. I used to hear from my mom that 10 cents was a lot of money and not to be wasteful. So I know how I probably sound. But 30 cents sounds like a solid lunch at least. And cheap burgers these days are entire dollars. I probably sound like an old grandpa, but wow, weird. Which reminds me, are you technically over 100 years old yet? Actually, I don't think so. I definitely am. Of course Edmund is, because he lives in the prince and queen's princess era. He's really fit. I was gonna say that last episode, but I forgot to. Weird. Anyway, Miguel, you take a break. I'll take care of the ramen this time. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. For Kyle, use less water because of the ice cubes. I'll take it hot. Frankie, Edmund, you want ramen? I'll actually take it chilled. I'll have it hot. Frankie's the one with the open mind here? That's weird. Huh. Watch it. I'm just saying. What? Watch it. What the fuck was that? Look, soup is a great first step. Don't worry. Watch it. Alright, I'm watching it. God, you sound like a goddamn broken record. Hours passed like this. Idle conversation seemed to flow through the room. Even though we just experienced a considerable amount of drama, everything seemed normal. I'm not even sure how everyone was this okay. I was still shaken up from the events at the coffee shop and of even seeing Adara. Were they hiding it really well, or could they simply just get over it so easily? With any of my other friends, even Katie, we at least wouldn't pretend nothing happened. So I'm left wondering if they're pretending or if they're serious. Maybe I should talk to them. I'm looking around the apartment after watching an old episode of Something with Frankie. We wanted to watch. God, the heat's getting to me too. On Bonanza? Is that what we watched? I don't know, it was an old western. Edmund's moved on though and has cracked open a book that was just lying around. Frankie is laying on the floor playing with a piece of string, making a cat's cradle with it. Kyle's in the bathroom. Miguel is toying with a communal computer, figuring things out. I think he's looking for TV shows. Charlie's washing dishes. Getting late, so I probably don't have time to have one-on-one with everyone about this before someone, presumably Edmund, though it really could be anyone turns into an animal. So I guess I'll talk to Miguel, because we're going for Miguel. I walked over to Miguel as he plays with the apartment's lone laptop. His finger is hovering and twitching over the laptop's touchpad. The back of the screen is facing toward me, so I can't tell exactly what he's doing. I am genuinely hoping he's not in the system folders or screwing anything up. Should I take a look at what he's doing? Given the benefit of the doubt, I decided to sit at the table across from Miguel. Hey Miguel. Oh hey Michiko. What's up? What you doing there? Nothing. Just seeing how computers work. Oh? Like how? I don't know. Tooling around? In the Windows folder and stuff. What? Charlie yells from across the room. Not the Windows folder, the programs folder. Like the Windows folders, the Windows themselves, not like a Windows folder. I'm not in that folder you told me not to go into. Say the hell out of the Windows folder. I will. Sorry. It's cool, no worries, just be careful. And then Miguel is silent for a moment, staring at the keyboard for a second, not touching anything. What's up, Miguel? Okay, so I don't know much about computers. Can I ask you something without you telling anyone? Sure. Can a blog hurt your computer? No, absolutely not. That's almost impossible. That's weird though. Why wouldn't you want anyone knowing that you're making a blog? Well, because Charlie saw that Adara had a blog. He made this eye-rolling gesture. I don't know. Someone like Adara would just, of course, have a blog. But I thought it looked fun. Well, hey. Charlie's not wrong. It makes complete sense that Adara has a blog. Everyone does, but especially people who are like Adara. I don't get it. Adara seems to be very opinionated, right? Yeah? Well, if you're really opinionated, you wanted a blog too, right? It means you can say whatever you want and engage in discourse quickly and easily. Oh, does that mean I should avoid them? No. Plus, I'm sure Charlie wasn't trying to say blogs are bad. And even if he did, you should do what looks fun for you. Well, yeah. But I'm living under the guy's roof. I don't want to get on his bad side. Only a complete asshole will actually judge you for trying out something harmless that looks fun to you. You think Charlie's an asshole? No, of course not. Do you think he's an asshole? Not really, no. Maybe a little. Decidedly yes. No. Hell no. Why? He's just intense. I've known plenty of intense people. Well, I'd still rather not get on his bad side. Hey, Charlie. I call out across the room. What? Wait! Yeah, Michiko? Please don't. What would you think if Miguel got a blog? What? What would I think? I don't know. Whatever. He's a big boy. He can do what he wants. Great, thanks. Uh-huh. There you go. I guess that makes me feel a little better. What were you thinking of calling it? Well, actually, that was going to be my next question. I was confused. So the blog is named after itself and not me? What? Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be called Miguel. It'd be called Miguel's blog. Oh, okay. I already grabbed my URL. Wait, you did? Yeah, someone already took Miguel. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, it's fine, but then someone already took Miguel likes to cook. Which was weird. It's nice to know there are other Miguels out there that like to cook. So I went with Miguel likes to cook 19. 19. Yeah. You know you're not 19 anymore, right? Well, yeah, but I mean, I still feel like I'm 19, even though I was almost 20 when I was, and it seems unfair that I spent my real 20s as a dog. I guess I can see that. So, what should I call my blog then? Miguel likes to cook sounds fine to me. I guess it does have a nice ring to it. Thanks. Can you teach me about this stuff some more? Yeah, sure, soon. I wanted to ask you a question. What's up? You were the first one I wanted to ask. Why do you think the atmosphere around here is so lax? Lax? I didn't think it was that lax. In fact, I'm pretty nervous myself. But I guess it's kind of lax now that I'm looking around. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I don't think I share that with the rest of the guys. Like, I don't know. Well, that's just it. I don't know. I'm incredibly tense right now. I don't feel like I can speak for the rest of them. So you don't think they feel the same way you do right now? No way, not even a little. You heard him. Charlie earlier about the blog. He couldn't care less. He was doing his own thing. Drama from earlier probably was on his mind. Couldn't his weird curt response also be an indicator of stress? Maybe, I guess. But it doesn't explain why everything seems so okay. I guess I'm working as hard as you are. If I had to take a guess, and I don't claim to be wise or anything, but I feel like if maybe everyone feels that way that I feel, then they're good at hiding it. And not hiding it in the weird, insincere way, but like actually hiding it. Which I actually think is cool. You think it's cool? Well, I don't think it's cool when people suppress their emotions. But it's as though they're hiding their beefs because they respect everyone else. Not like they hate them. Believe me, I spend a lot of time hiding myself around people I like and hate, and this is different. It feels considerate instead of sad or spiteful. So even if I'm feeling crappy, maybe I can put it away for everyone else's sake. Then they can do the same because we care about each other. So that we can move past this thing. How is that not like bottling it up? Well, because you actually want things to get better. Instead of looking to make things worse or awkward for someone else. You heard everyone back at the coffee shop. I don't think a lot of things went unsaid. It's not as though anyone has anything to clarify. True. Well, those are my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're all bottling this up and it turns out that we're doing something wrong. But I'm actually kind of glad to be among people who want me and everyone else to be happy. It makes me want them to be happy too. So this weird status quo is an act of consideration? Are you sure you're not just constricting how you feel? No, I think I get it. Like your consideration for others actually makes you happier. Sure, like your regards for others. If you want them to be happy and aren't holding anything against them, then why not try to be happy? It's a strange concept, but I think I like it, too. Now a couple more questions about this blog thing. Sure, what's up? After that, I helped out with his blogging website for a bit, showed him around, and then left him to browse the internet to his heart's content. Anyway, Edmund. Edmund's my second lover. Edmund is sitting on the couch with a book open over his lap. I feel like I said before in past episode, Edmund feels like the most realist guy. He glares at the book with a furrowed brow and a pronounced frown. I decide to sit next to him, hoping that this apparent bad mood doesn't translate too far away from the page of his book. Hey Edmund. Hey Michiko, what are you up to? Nothing much. You? He doesn't answer, he seems to be engrossed. Should I even be interrupting him? Okay. He looks up at the pages attentively. Alright, I guess. I asked what you were up to. Oh god, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. What are you reading? Some sort of picture book that Charlie just had lying around. Looks like a comic book. Is this a comic book? I had heard about them so many times as a hamster. I'd heard the word, but I'd never seen a comic before. Oh my god, I love comic books. I think the first comic book I've ever read is about Archie's. I feel like that comic series is still going around, but I want to collect the Archie comic book so much. Wait, I lied. I think that's like the grown-up comic book, the most grown-up one I read. It was Captain Underpants a comic book? I don't know. If it is, that was the very first one I've ever read. That's fascinating. Saw plenty of people watching movies, but comic books are just never around. Oh wait, did I even read what he just said? Oh, yeah. Well, how is it, your first comic? It's alright, I suppose. It's weird. This man just made out with a demon and then burst into flames. It's unsettling. I guess it's alright though. Sounds weird. Is it scary? Not particularly. A little disturbing. I think the writer's got some issues. But again, it's alright. Okay then. What are you planning on getting into now? I don't know. I used to read a lot of books as a prince. If there was a lull in the day, there were books. Otherwise, you had to depend on the schedule. Mornings were exercises. Evenings for gatherings. Meals would only happen at specific moments in the day. Free time was dedicated to books. Right now, I have nothing but free time, and I have more ways than ever spending that time. Here I am once again with books. It's kind of like I never left. It's the first time in years that I feel like the person I was before this mess started. Who were you before all of this? More than just a prince. What do you mean? Like, if you feel like someone different when you read, who do you feel like? Oh, I don't know. A prince, I guess. Someone with a busy schedule, a lot of places to go and see, much more mindful of his manners. You're decently mindful of your manners. Yeah, but eating hamster pellets for decades without anyone to not tell you to chew with your mouth open can dull you to the need for knowledge regarding salad forks. Did you have to lift your pinky to drink? Yeah, actually. No one does that here, do they? Not in America, really, no. They do it in other countries? I habitually do it because I had a cut on my pinky when I was little, and I didn't want to hit my other fingers because it would sting, so I would always raise my pinky, and now it's like habit for my pinkies to go up. So fancy. Keys up, like SpongeBob says. I never thought I'd say this, but it's kind of a relief. You seem like you're doing okay then. I am. That's good, I'm glad to hear it. Wait, did you mean in regards to this morning's? Let's call it unpleasantness. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing alright. In fact, everyone here seems to be doing remarkably well. I noticed that too. It seems odd. Why do you think things are so calm right now? It's a simple answer, really. Really? Yeah, really. Everyone's minding their manners. Their manners. I thought you just said you were relieved to not have manners. Absolutely not. No way. Manners gave me something to think about for decades. I watched them slip away. Watch as their more esoteric meanings began to fade. I'm not sure Americans know the difference between a salad fork and, well, any other fork, really. Oh, fuck no. I'm positive Kyle doesn't know. I don't think I could pay Charlie to care enough. Miguel? Maybe. Frankie? I don't know. Maybe. The point is, though, manners as I knew them are dead. But there is no undignified when dignified means isolation. My brother used to tell me that being better than someone is not noble, it's foolish. I didn't get what he meant at the time. The way I saw it, people who minded their manners, wore nice clothes, cleaned themselves up, they were better, more respectable people. But manners back then were just as strict set of rules for a young royal to follow. And if you followed them correctly, then you're worthy of your birthright. I had never considered the application of manners. The manners that have remained that still exist are guidelines that make the people around you comfortable and happier. Like, who the hell cares what fork you eat your salad with, right? But chewing with your mouth closed means people don't have to look at the gross food that you're chewing on. That's what I think everyone's doing right now. Everyone's minding their manners, even if it's not a written rule or societal. Thing they still are. I think Charlie's still a little unsettled, so I wouldn't pester him too much. But he's quieted down a lot, because he's acting with everyone else's best interests in mind. So, manners fit society and not the other way around then. I'd say this group is still pretty rude. I mean, look at Kyle. Why are we gonna be rude like that? No, that makes sense. You didn't even say then that Kyle's minding his manners, even when talking back to Frankie and Charlie. I would. His manners are a strange set of rules, unique to Kyle and unknown to everyone else with even a semblance of civility. But they are a set of rules, and he knows when to follow them. Yeah, in his own twisted little way. Kyle's being very polite right now. I think I see what you mean. It's an interesting little setup we've got here. Even if our own little society isn't European high society, our rules are being abided by. Rule number 1, don't poke the bear. The metaphorical sleeping bear, of course, not Charlie. Though, don't poke him either. That'd be rude. Is there a rule about poking hamsters? Not particularly. We didn't go over that in etiquette class. We mostly went over posture and speech patterns, come to think of it. That's funny. Wait, did you actually have etiquette classes? Oh yeah, absolutely. My tutor would hit me with a stick if my posture wasn't perfect. Oh my, that's terrible. I'm like slouching right now because Tyler has my chair. His chair is broken. His chair, you know, a desk chair has a back into it. He broke that. It popped off. Well, we kind of pulled it off because it already cracked. So we just have the literally bottom of the seat, which I'm sitting on. It's breaking my back right now. Having no back protection, back holder, I don't know. Bad. Nah, it's alright. I've clearly lost most of what I've learned anyway. Our eyes catch each other's for a moment. He looks away immediately. I could swear I caught something sad in his gaze. Perhaps his education was more brutal than he's letting on. I decided not to push it. Well, anyway, yeah? I'm going to go see how everyone else is doing. Sure, I'm going to get back to reading. Alright then, let me know if you need anything. Will do. I lift myself off the couch and begin to survey the area. Are you just going to be talking to everybody? Cal's out of the bathroom now, wiping his wet hands on his pants. When he reaches the main room of the apartment, I see him standing and staring around the room as if lost, unsure where to go next. I give him a small wave. He smiles and waves back, so I get up to go talk to him. It's like, hey man, welcome back from the bathroom. How was it? He still seems to be in a heat-related funk. His eyes are tired and his shoulders are drooping. Hey Kyle. Ugh. Yeah? Hi. What's up? Are you okay? If okay still means what it meant before this heat hit, then no. Why don't you go take a shower? Cold shower. If it means going to survive, then I don't know, probably. So you think so, huh? It's looking good. Not great, but I'm betting on survival. You look fine. Better than ever, in fact. Put some spring in your step and stop being so down. Spring in my step? Who the hell are you? Frankie's mom? What? Frankie says across the room. Nothing you need to worry your little head about, buddy. Whatever. So about that spring in my step. Oh my god, let's just forget I said it. As I say that, he begins to laugh at his own joke, though it wasn't really that funny. Anyway, Kyle, I wanted to ask you a question. What's up? How on earth would I phrase this? Are you okay? You already asked me that. No, I mean, well, yeah, I did. I mean, are you doing alright? Am I doing alright? How's that even remotely different? I mean, after what happened earlier. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess I'm alright. It's weird thinking of myself as alright when I'm sweating so much, but I'm doing fine, like emotionally. It's just a fragile situation. Also, well, get this. You might think that I just run off my mouth whenever. I do. I know. Well, I don't get to as much right now because things are fragile. I don't like it when things are fragile. I like it when things are solid and concrete, and you can step on those things all you want. I just can't get behind fragile. But I didn't choose this situation. So, well, I'm personally fine. I don't get to act like myself, which sucks balls. Do you think what happened if you were if you were acting like yourself? I don't know. I walk a weird line, I guess. I tend to piss people off, but I feel like it's okay as long as I look out for these moments. These moments are the times where I don't get to piss people. Like first time we met. I'm lucky that Frankie only tried to keep those pants away from me. I was being a real tool. If we'd already known each other for some time, then it'd probably be cool. But I just met everyone, so the shit I was pulling probably seemed really obnoxious. Frankie could have decked me right then and there and been totally in the right too. So being a responsible dickhead like myself, I'm looking out for his social cues more. Social cues right now. They don't tell Charlie that he's hogging all the cold water and sink and being greedy. Being a greedy water-grubbing asshole. Poking fun at him for shitting all over chilled ramen was fine, because it had nothing to do with him as a person. By the way, how was it? Charlie would probably hate it. What about you? I used to dumpster dive, so I'm not picky about my food, man. But it was alright. You used to dumpster dive. Yeah, it's weird. People get this idea in their head that you pull out gross banana peels and you're like, oh, fuck, jackpot. So what it's like then? I don't know if this is still the case, but stores throw out a lot of perfectly good prepackaged shit, man. I swear to God, once a whole, unopened, undamaged, not expired box of fancy chocolate cookies. No reason for it. Huh. Well, anyway, right now, Charlie was to tell me that it was gross for having chilled ramen. That'd be cool. This ain't the time for him to start ragging on me for being poor. We can do that later, when we're more comfortable and our egos aren't whimpering in the corner, bruised and having had the shit kicked out of them. You don't say. Does that make any sense? Things are normal because we decide they would be. Do you believe we get to so freely choose what we feel? What the fuck? I don't know which one it is. This one, things are normal because we decide. Do you believe we get to so freely choose what we feel? I guess that makes sense. Okay, I'll always choose the first option. I just feel as though it might be affecting me more. If you feel that way, then just give it time. Having some faith that things are going to return to normal. Have faith, sorry. Why? Why would I have faith in that? Because it's what everybody wants anyway. It is everybody here who decides what situation we get. Huh. That's very enlightening. Thanks. I'm going outside. Maybe I'll sweat less out there. Alright then. Anyway. Alright, that's enough. Well, we already talked a majority of them, so let's continue on. Charlie is washing dishes sullenly. It's hard to tell from here whether he's upset or tranquil. I decide to walk over to him to catch up the situation. Hey Charlie. Hey Michiko. What's happening? Wanted to know if you needed help washing the dishes. Need? No, but it'd be nice. Alright then. Can you dry while I scrub? Sounds like a plan. And then before I could even realize it, minutes go by silently. Charlie doesn't say a word and glances around the room as if lost in thought. I find myself looking at him more often than I probably should. Hey Charlie. That first hey goes unnoticed. Charlie? Huh? Oh, what's up? What are you thinking about? If there be a huge security risk in letting bands who use my storefront keep user information outside of my personal records. I mean, probably not, and it could allow customers incentives to continue buying from a single band. That's probably something I could still set up in the current infrastructure anyway. So I don't know what I am thinking about it so much, but still, any security risk is bad. I'd have to redo the terms and condition to lay the legal responsibility of customer information on the bands themselves. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's been a long time since Jukeway's gotten a proper update. There are plenty of regular features that are still missing, so I guess I don't have to think too hard about new things to add right now. I suppose so. So is that all you were thinking about? Yeah, why? I don't know what to make of that. It's possible that I had mistaken Charlie's relative silence to some profound inner monologue about the current state of our little world. Am I really the only person who notices how weird it is that everything seems to have gone so quickly back to normal? I don't know. I guess I just wanted to ask, why do you think things are so normal right now? I mean, why is everyone acting so chill suddenly after this morning's drama? Yeah, exactly. Well, I've thought about that too. No? Yeah. It's just not something I had thought very long about. Let me propose something. Look at Kyle. He's outside. Okay, well, don't actually look at Kyle. Plus, he's kind of ugly anyway. So don't look at him regardless. Kyle's not ugly. Well, he's no Charlie Fitzgerald. Sorry. That can't be argued. Oh, yes, it can. Or no, it can't. Yes, it can. And you seem to be pretty convinced that Kyle's not more attractive than you. If beauty is an eye of the beholder, it would just take some time. Some kind of freak beholder to not realize how much cuter I am. Okay, sure, whatever if you insist. But anyway, take Kyle. Did you see all the wacky look how amusingly I am suffering on heat stroke stuff he was saying when he got inside? Well, you could chalk that up to just Kyle being Kyle. But I think I saw a little something more there. I think the way he was ragging on Frankie was just a little forced this time. I didn't think that at the time. I'd have to hear it again, I suppose. Well then, hypothetically, why would Kyle force out Frankie deprecation? Because they have a funny dynamic and Kyle likes ripping on Frankie because he knows Frankie can take it? I feel like that'd be the case any other day, but well, you'd think that either Kyle would have reverted completely back to normal by not forcing interaction. He wasn't totally into, or he'd even want to lay into Frankie's a little less than normal. But he didn't. He seemed to have a purposefully enact a lighthearted confrontation with Frankie. From where I was standing anyway. That tells me one thing, though if you have other theories, let me know. It means that Kyle is trying to reinforce the status quo? As if to say, hey everyone, things are back to normal, don't forget. Which is commendable, I suppose, but that's my theory. Kyle made fun of Frankie for the good of the group. Wouldn't it make more sense for Kyle to just act? That makes sense. Kyle wanted everything to go back to normal, so he took the first opportunity to prove that things were back to normal. Exactly. Funny that it was one of the first interactions when he came back into the house. Kyle was establishing a baseline. Now that we are in the house and no one is actively mad at each other, everything is normal again. This is what the apartment means. Even punk rockers like Kyle crave normalcy sometimes. What I don't get though is why Kyle wanted everything to go back to normal so fast. If there's still bad blood, then why try to get rid of it so quickly? Boy, isn't that the question. I've never been around a single dude before who wasn't interested in getting past bad blood as quickly as possible. That's a question I still haven't figured out. The closest thing I guess I have to an answer is bad blood feels bad. If it feels bad, then it's a problem. If it's a problem, then it needs to be solved. Okay. Last question. No one asked you to wash dishes. Why did you just hop on that so fast? Because it involves cold water. Everyone else seems chore averse, except maybe Miguel. Possibly Edmund, but he's always been hard to get a read on. So I hopped on it quickly, and I get to stay cool. But I looked down realizing that Charlie hasn't handed me a plate in the last 3 minutes. He's just been continually washing his hands. But we just finished washing the dishes. I know, don't tell anyone. Oh, okay, sure. That's why he offered to scrub. Sneaky bastard. Well, I guess I'm going to go do my own thing. No problem, I'll just be here washing dishes. Sure. I walk away leaving Charlie to his fake dishes. That was insightful. Anyway, Frankie is the last one. And then that's where I'm going to end the episode. As I turn toward Frankie, he's resting on his back, his eyes closed, facing the ceiling, his former cat's cradle resting next to him. Lying on the floor, he looks peaceful for the first time today. I decide to go sit on the couch next to his lying spot. You awake there, Frankie? Hey, Michiko, he says, not opening his eyes. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, he says, sitting up. Are cat's cradles still a thing in the 21st century? I'm not sure if the kids on the playground still do them, but I know what they are, so I guess it's still a thing. Well, I think they're neat. I do too. Why? Why? Yeah. What do you mean, why? Miguel's playing with a machine that can make movies appear out of thin air. Like, if I listen to how Charlie's been explaining it, the computer has some sort of weird mechanical invisible arm that's literally taking movies from thin air. I guess kind of, yeah. It's basically that if you also conceptualize the hand politely, asking for the movies from thin air. My point stands then. Why would you find a cat's cradle neat? Why do you? I don't know, simpler time I guess. Watching and feeling things, these little patterns come to life in my hand is cool. But you see the magic computer over there, that didn't spoil your enjoyment of the cat's cradle? No. Well, same here. Guess I hadn't thought about it that way. I guess the question then is, why didn't it spoil my enjoyment? We sort of attribute a lot of things to technology in the 21st century. Often we do that without understanding exactly what's going on, which makes it sort of like magic. But it's not magic in that we knew if we explore it enough, we'll eventually understand how it works and what makes it work the way it does. That's fascinating. I felt the same way about cars, but then I didn't want to anymore. It kept bothering me. I wanted to know what made the large tank-looking things go. But then I found out. Now I'm back at the beginning, once again not understanding how anything works. It's okay, I'm still lost on a few things too. He begins to mutter to himself as he continues playing with the cat's cradle. You know, you're very feline right now. How do you figure? You're on your back on the floor playing with a string. Oh, oops. Oops, why oops? I guess I should try training myself off of being a cat, unless you're very comfortable with it. That's an entirely separate cans of worms right there. Can we worry about my cat habits once we know I'm not going to turn back into a cat? Sure, I can get behind that. Cool. So I've been asking around, why do you think it is that everything seems okay so suddenly? What do you mean? I mean, look around. You'd think everyone else would be, a bit more tense. I don't think so. You don't? No. I mean, I guess I can see kind of why. Oh, I can kind of see why everyone... Or shit, sorry, I can't read it. Why someone else would see it as being weird, but it seems perfectly natural to me. Everyone's forgiven each other. To dwell on it would mean that the apologies and the reparations meant nothing. Like, I trust that Charlie and I are okay now. Maybe not on the best footing, but otherwise we wouldn't have tried to patch things up. We did try, though. Why would we begin to try if we weren't serious about it? So that's it, then. Oh, shit. They're sorry and everything's okay. I couldn't imagine it going any other way. Look, at least in my time, especially in high school, guys who weren't bullies would usually get over their gripes with each other pretty quickly. I'd always hear the rumor that women held grudges harder, but I never had any women friends. I briefly dated Barbara White in junior year. We had some fun, but we weren't friends. I wonder if Barbara White's still alive. Anyway, the more I live in the 21st century, the more I realize men and women aren't so different. And part of me is always wondering how much of what I learned is true from back in the day. Back in the day, I can't believe I just said that again. The only confirmation of that grudge or rumor I've ever had was when I was dating Barbara White. She was having a spat with a girl from the cheerleading squad. God, what was her name? Not Linda, Patricia. Patty. Yeah, Patty McLean. Barbara was talking about this rumor that was going around that she was a bimbo. Oh my god, that word, I haven't heard that in so long. I was dating her at the time and knew this to be untrue, of course. Sure, Patty McLean had spread the rumor, knowing it was bunk, right? I knew it was bunk. Barbara knew it was bunk. Even my friends knew it was bunk, and that Patty was just being a bitch, because she tended to be. She tripped my pal Roy in the lunchroom once. God, she was horrible. But I didn't pay it any mind. Not only was it untrue, it was obviously untrue. The rumor didn't even spread that far. Because I was, and still kind of am, a big scary guy who didn't want to hear untrue rumors about his best gal. Oh my god, what? Best gal? Yeah, so what? No, it's a very outdated term. It's funny to hear. Best gal, I've never heard of that, honestly. Oh, huh. Well, it didn't bother anyone like it bothered Barbara. She stewed on it for weeks. I told her to relax. I took her to the soda shop, got her a milkshake. That's one thing I really wanted to do. Like, in movies like Grease and stuff, when after school they go to that diner and milkshake and all that. Goals. Don't you mean soda jerk? Yeah. I already said soda jerk to Charlie a while back. I'm aware. Don't worry. Okay, go on. Well, some people say pop in other countries. Like, I say soda, but they say pop. But she wouldn't let it go. Or supper and dinner. Supper sounds so cute, though. I wish I could say supper more. But I'm so used to saying dinner. I don't even remember when she did let it go. In fact, I don't think she ever did. She would just give Patty skunk eyes every time they passed, and then got really rustled when I had to team up with her as her lab partner. I can't even recall how that concluded, and I thought, wow, that's horrible. What a horrible way to live. To not even live in the moment at all. To live so far outside the moments that things from months ago can get your goat in the present. So I thought I didn't want that. I asked Barbara to just go talk to her, but she never would. And then the story just peters out. We broke up, and then I didn't deal with her anymore. Why did you two break up? I wasn't interested in her. She wasn't interested in learning about my hobbies. And I spent too many weekends working in cars and not enough going with her to the pictures. Sometimes it's really easy to forget that Frankie's from the 50s. Not right now, of course, but sometimes. She got frustrated with me. I tried things her way, and we'd go out every weekend and hang out after school. It left me no time for neat car stuff, so I chose cars over her. But that's besides the point. The point is that there's no reason to get hung up on things that aren't affecting you right now. Not exactly over what happened at the coffee shop, but thinking about it right now wouldn't be pleasant for anyone else. That's what midnight strolls are for, or bathroom breaks. Right now, it's hot, I'm on the floor, and this piece of string is the most fascinating thing to me. Unless I genuinely wanted to think about what happened today, then I would. But if I don't, then I'm distracting myself in the moment. And the moment is what's happening right now. Time spent stressing when it's unnecessary is wasted. That's what Tyler always tells me. But you know, my ass is a worry. It's if that's a thing. And I tend to just worry too much. I think that makes sense. It's a pretty logical, calculated way to look at things. Oh? I don't think I understand. I think this is a pretty freewheeling. I'm not bothered, so I'm not bothered. What's calculating about that? By the sound of the midnight strolls comment, it sounds like you're allocating your introspection time to moments where it won't bother anyone else. That's time's management. I suppose so. I guess I just don't see it that way. But it's how I live my life. It seems to make myself and everyone pretty comfortable. Alright then, I think I'm going to take a nap. A cat nap? Sure, a cat nap. Alright then, wanna join me? No thanks, I'm good. I'm good, not that tired. You're lost. You'll know where to find me. Yes, I will. Ricky lays back down, slowly closing his eyes. His hands flop to the side, dropping the string to the floor. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. It's a bit longer than usual, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.